Thank you so much for joining us, Cole. Can you hear us?
Well, he's driving the car.
Can you hear us, Cole?
Nod yes if you can.
Cole, oh, shoot, lost him.
Did we lose him or did he lose him?
I think he lost us.
Maybe he's trying to log back in just to see if he can get sound. That might be. Come back, Cole.
Was it something I said?
Yes.
Way to go, Al.
I'm gonna.
Positivity.
I need to mute you.
There he is, isn't he?
Yep. Hi, Cole. If you want to just nod yes or no, if you hear us.
Yes, okay.
Perfect.
Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. Is there a certain order that you guys want to go in, or?
Nope, let's just go through her.
Top, okay. The agenda, everybody look at it. Can I get motion to approve?
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Any questions or about the previous minutes? They're listed, I saw. From May, it would have been.
I would move to approve.
Can I get a second on that?
I'll second as well.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes approved. Introductions?
I'll actually do the introductions for you guys to make it brief. I know Al is on Zoom right now. So this is Al Jacklin. He's worked for us in the past through our nutrition program, and he's very active in the community through the theater, and he works at Avera right now part-time. We also have Bonnie in the pink. She works at CASA. And then we have Christy in the back in red. She works at Greenridge.
Nope.
Or, sorry,
now.
Sanford now. She moved. She's at Sanford now. And then we have John. He is our city council liaison. And we have Jordan, who works at LifeQuest. And on the phone, on Zoom, we also have Cole, who is an attorney at Daily Law Firm. So Al is our new board member, and we're thankful you all came today.
Okay. Next is Palace Transit same-day rides.
So we had a situation come up. Easy Ride Taxi and Speedy Cat Taxi were the only cabs that we had in town. As you know, federal mandate says we cannot provide same-day rides that compete with the taxis. Easy Ride has closed their operations, and we only have Speedy Taxi available. There's been issues in regards to not having service in the mornings because he operates starting at 10 and he goes till 2. And then the other issue is denying rides. So there's been our passengers and discharges from the hospital that have not been able to get a ride because of the same-day ride rule regulations. So when a person is denied a ride, we can provide that ride per the federal regulations. By the taxi, yep. If they're denied by the taxi, we can provide that ride. And if there's other issues, we can provide the ride. However, same-day rides have been extremely difficult for us to provide because we already have our schedule. in the federal regulation, we cannot compete with the taxi, but we can provide the same-day ride at the same price or more than what they provided at. So Speedy Taxi operates for a $7 one-way trip, $12 round-trip ride. Because this was kind of an emergency situation, we talked to the mayor, and the mayor agreed to provide the same-day rides at $10. So it's in order to deter people from wanting to make a same-day ride and utilizing the taxi if they can, or scheduling the rides in advance like they're supposed to in the first place. So that is our recommendation to the board, is to allow same-day rides at the $10 fare. One way, yep. All of our fares are one-way trips, not round trips.
Concern with that is people having a doctor's appointment that day because they're sick and they can't get to the doctor's office. It's going to be, they have to pay that extra price because the taxi's not going to be necessarily available. Concern I have, but concern I had as soon as I found out Easy Ride was closing, going, it's going to be tough for people. Yep.
How many of those kind of things, issues would happen in a week or a day?
We are getting a lot now, a whole lot. I'd say 20 a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but the ones we tell them the $10, like, oh, well, maybe I can schedule my appointment for tomorrow.
Well, that's the purpose of it.
That's exactly the purpose of it, yes. But there was an emergency where a person had a sick dog. They were willing to pay the $10 to get their dog to the vet. They were in the quarter kennel, like our rules say, and their car broke down that morning. But we do get, I'd say, about 20 calls a day.
So they,
So we're able to provide that if it's denied?
Right.
Or like if it's at a time other than what
They're open.
they're open?
Right, but we have to provide it at the same rate as taxi or more. And like the mayor said, you don't want to intrude on private enterprise, so if you do it at that higher rate, you're not, but yet we can still provide the service.
So do we need a motion to get this through?
Correct.
yep.
Can I make a motion to do the same day rides at the higher rate of $10
Perfect.
as recommended?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Did you have a question about it, Monty? Okay.
Okay. Transit Saturday shopping times.
So we're really busy again now that we're down a taxi service. Our Saturdays are extremely busy and we're short-staffed. We only have one staff member that drives on Saturdays. We received an email from our transit supervisor. She goes, I would like to propose Saturday Walmart shopping hours. Pickup starting at 12:30 with a return at 3 p.m. Our Saturday drivers are currently making over 8 trips strictly to and from Walmart, over 20 trips between Walmart, Menards, and Grasslands and Culver's. So going out that direction 20 times is a lot. So that's why she is proposing shopping hours for Walmart at 12:30 and return at 3, just like we do during the regular days of the week.
I was going to say, we don't have that.
And that doesn't affect if somebody has to go for work or whatever. They
Nope.
can still go anytime.
Employment, yep, this is just for shopping.
Need a motion for that?
Yes.
I would move that we change the practice of the
To clarify, so if I wanted to ride to go shopping at Walmart on Saturday, I would have to go at 12:30 and I'd have to be there for 3 hours.
2.5. Yep. Actually, it'd be 2 hours because you wouldn't get there until closer to 1.
Anybody want a second?
Oh, I'll second it.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Transit Passenger Handbook.
In the attachment, there's the handbook, since we are updating our same-day rides information. I also wanted just to update our handbook in general. So the changes you see are highlighted in yellow. On the first page, we just added, for questions or clarification, please contact the office. On the second page, we added the pre-scheduled rides, added that verbiage, and the same-day rides at $10 per one-way trip. Because that was approved by the board that we are doing the limited services for Juneteenth and Veterans Day, I added that as well. One change we are dealing with is people are not paying the exact amount, and it's creating a hassle for the office keeping track of their credits or debits and what's going on. So it says in there to please pay the correct amount. If paying cash or check, the correct amount is required. So we added, if the correct amount is not paid, overpayment will be applied to program donations, and we'll use that to pay for other people's rides. So that way we're not keeping track in office on that. Another issue that we've been dealing with is people leave items on the bus. They'll leave a cell phone or some groceries on the bus. They want that item, they want it now. Usually what we do is, at the end of the day, that bus operator will clean their bus at the end of the day, bring it to the office, and a person can pick it up at the office, or the next time they ride, we can bring it to them. And we've done that in the past, but people want their stuff delivered to their house right now. So we added that a $5 transportation fee to deliver that item to them right away would be required. We also got rid of the wait time because our drivers don't have time to sit and wait for a passenger. It was supposed to be a 3-minute wait, but it was turning out to be a 10-minute wait or longer. So eliminating our wait time. That's all we have on page 2. On page 3, car seats. We had a couple of toddlers, between infant to toddler age, riding on the bus. Well, we'd like to have car seats provided by the person who is taking them, since we do require an adult to take anybody under the age of 3 to ride the bus. We'd like them to also provide a car seat for them.
So a 3-year-old can ride without a car seat?
Correct.
Okay.
Under 3, we require a car seat to be provided by that adult. On page 4, again added the pre-scheduled rides. I got rid of where it says it cannot be accepted, added the $10 rate. Again, added the $10 rate for same-day rides. I also deleted where it says transportation for 3 to 18, because it doesn't matter how old you are, you got to follow the same rules. So that section was really not needed. And also on page 4, I deleted where it says routes are determined based on routing software. It is in a sense, but yet it's not. It all depends on the drivers and where they're going as well, especially for same-day rides. On page 5, again, it has to do with the same-day rides. And then the no-show policy is the additional, instead of at $5 per ride, I said an additional, so it's the $2 plus an additional $5, because people are getting confused on that. Page 6, wheelchairs. Make sure that all wheelchairs must fit in the dimensions and weight restrictions of the lift and bus securement area. We added that because we've had a few wheelchairs that don't fit, and it's dangerous because they're longer or wider or heavier than what they should be, so they have to fit on our bus. And page 8, we added bullying to a reason to refuse service, because we've had a lot of bullying going on with especially the little kids. And those are the recommendations that we would like to our handbook.
Anybody have questions on that? not, does somebody want to make a motion for that?
I would make a motion to approve.
I would second that motion.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next is staffing.
Just wanted to give you a quick little update. We have some new staff. Hooray! We have an office assistant, Corey, who comes in 5 days a week for a total of 19 hours a week. Her hours vary between 9 and 3, somewhere wherever it works with her schedule. So this is her first week on. She's been answering the phone. She's been helping customers as they come in. It's fabulous to have her in the office. We also have a new part-time bus driver. His name is Matt. He is a school teacher over at Ethan, and he drives the bus for their activities as well. So he came in with a CDL, which is fantastic. And he is going to drive primarily in the summers and then when there's no school those days. And then we have Nikki is our full-time bus driver that filled our open spot there. And she's been learning the ropes. She has got her CDL. She was the first one to go through the whole new CDL testing requirements, which was a horrible hassle. She was the first one in the state that we knew of. So nobody really knew what was going on, but we got it figured out. She got her CDL. And she's also learning how to do some office work too, some dispatching. She's inputting rides. So that's nice.
Okay, got all of them? Okay. Nutrition contract.
I'll let you handle that one.
Okay. We got our new prices for this fiscal year. Actually, our fiscal year for nutrition started in June, but our new prices went into effect in July. Our new rate for reimbursement for our congregate meals, this is reimbursement from the state, is $4.27, which it was $4.03. So it's not a bad increase per. And then for like our waiver and our LTSS meals, it's $7.02, and that was at, I didn't write that down, like $6.62 or something like that. So that one had a good increase too. So those will be our increases until at least next July. So with that, we were able to give some of our our caterers an increase with the rising food costs.
We gave the whole increase to the caterers.
Yeah.
Any questions on that one? Frozen meals update.
Our frozen meals are going good, but we are really, really running low. And I placed an order back on May 16th, and I haven't got it yet. Week and a half ago or whatever, they contacted me, and they were going to try and just the first time, try and fill it. And then they were out of about half of everything we needed. So they contacted me again yesterday, and we're still out of they still don't have a lot of the ones we are out of, but I've just made some, additions. So we will be getting a truck hopefully next week, but we really had a hard time getting the meals because they're having a hard time getting the food to make the meals. So it's, and the shipping, getting people to.
And there's only one supplier?
Mhm.
Where are they shipping from?
Mississippi.
What was the normal time?
About 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks. Now we're like at 8,
Yeah.
9.
It's not just us either. I'm sure it's everybody else
Right,
too.
exactly. Numerous people yesterday turned around and said, well, we'll just wait because everything they wanted we didn't have.
Right.
That's too bad.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you pay for the meals after you get them?
Yeah. Yep.
We're billed for them, yeah.
They bill us, we receive them, it goes through city council.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's such a long lead time, if you know it's going to be that way, or, now.
We do, but they don't have the items.
Yeah, so it
I
doesn't snow.
understand that.
Yeah.
Eventually they will.
Eventually.
Okay, is that all with that? Budget next?
Just to give you a heads up, we are going to be starting our city budget process. Department heads are working on that. We'll get our information starting this month, and next month it'll be turned into City Hall for the administrator and the mayor and finance officer to review, and then it'll be brought to City Council in September.
I don't see any citizens here to do a citizen input, so we will bypass that one. Department reports and updates. Palace Transit?
In the packet is the transit updates. Again, ridership is going crazy. It's high, it's busy, and our drivers are being phenomenal, running on less miles too. I credit a lot of that to our new dispatcher because she was a driver before she was a dispatcher. She knows how to route the routes to make it the most efficient. So I
great.
give a lot of credit to her. And it's just
Asset.
crazy. We're running less miles, more passengers with less time too, because we're not up to our full operating hours because we don't do Sundays and we don't do evenings.
Do we have open positions for those
We have part-time positions.
that are open?
And we are putting a request into the city to see if we can hire another full-time operator so we can do our weekends again. We'd like to have a full-time that does Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
How many buses do we have that just sit vacant every day?
One?
One?
Yesterday wasn't even one. They
No.
were scrambling to get a bus for every driver.
Yeah,
Well, so we have the buses though?
yeah. On the weekends, we definitely have the buses. We just don't have the drivers.
Well, then, looking forward, you're gonna lose the fellow teacher Ethan,
Yes.
you just talked about, he's not gonna be here anymore.
Correct. There's a lot of those that several of our part-timers one works 2 days a week, one's a farmer, so it depends on farming season. We have another one that only works twice a month. We have one that works once a month. It all depends on their schedule. There's no consistency.
Take them when you can get them.
Yes, exactly. We take them when we can get it.
Yep. So how many part-time openings are you trying to fill?
It all depends on what they can do.
That's true.
That's why we put a request into City Hall for a full-time operator, so we can open weekends again, because we don't have anybody that will do weekends. And like I said, it'll be 4 10-hour days is what we're looking for.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions on Palace Transit? Mitchell Volunteer Program?
Included in there is just kind of where we're at with the volunteers, how many volunteers we have, and kind of what they've done for the last month and a half. This month, it's not on there. They've been doing a little bit more with the schools and stuff, packets and getting things ready for back to school, so.
Okay. Adult nutrition?
In your packet, you have the May report and the June report. The May report is the last of our fiscal year, because our fiscal year runs June through May. So on the May report, you kind of see how we turned out for our fiscal year. You can see how we were down 707 meals to the projection, but if you compare it to last year, we were actually up 704 meals to last year. So it has showed an improvement. Numbers keep going up, so. And you can also see the June was the start of our fiscal year, and we started up on a positive, so that's always good.
Any questions on the adult nutrition? James Valley Community Center.
Kim assembled a report for you. She's doing lots of activities, working hard, trying to get the center involved in things. We did have a couple people reach out to us with they were concerned that the center is not being used or busy enough. The hard part is explaining how it's changed. We used to have a huge lunch crowd and a bunch of people that played cards, and it's changed because we do still have people that play cards. They just play in smaller groups and they play in different areas of the building. So we still have a lot of people coming. Our membership has not gone down any. We have different activities that people are doing, like line dancing. We had about 20 people line dancing the other day. Our exercise group is still going good and strong. We have our pool players. We've never had pool players like we've had now, the pool and darts. They're so busy back there. They have a fun little activity back there. So, I mean, things are going on. It's just not like what it used to be, and I think that's where people are struggling because they don't see how it used to be, and they think we're not busy anymore. Bingo is always full and doing well. Our dances, Kim started dances back up at request, but we're not getting the attendance that they said they would get. We get about 30 people that come to a dance, and she holds them on Sundays to try to get more people to be able to come from out of town, but it's just not as popular as those that make the most noise is where we're seeing the activities are dying in. But it is busy. I mean, Kim's doing a great job with our presentations. She has a bus trip coming in. Her bus trips are always full. She does great with that, and they make money. Like I said, bingo. We have the rodeo queens coming. It'll be fun to see them, but it is busier than it looks.
And why are these people that are concerned, that have voiced their concern that the center is not that busy, why do they care?
Well, see, and that's the funny, because they don't want to see the place, not exist anymore. It was their biggest thing. Right, but it's funny because when I talked to these people, I said, well, are you coming to this? Are you coming to do that? Well, no. I go, well, the rodeo queens are coming on Friday. You can come see them. Oh, well, I'm busy at that time. It happens a lot. Well, I said, well, they asked about how we don't have the big lunch crowds anymore. I'm like, well, we're having this tomorrow. Are you going to come have that? Oh, no, I'm single. I don't want to just come while I'm single. I'm like, there's a lot of single people that come and eat a meal.
Kind of what it's for.
Yeah, and we moved it to the deli area because the deli area is more intimate instead of the big dining area. So again, it looks different. We have the people eating. They eat at separate times. It's more intimate. It's nice having it where they can watch the TV, have smaller conversations. It's more like a cafe than a lunchroom.
You still have a lot of them going out, like pickups
Yep.
Yeah.
too? Okay.
Yeah.
The change of COVID it changed the way people do
Look at
things.
a lot of that. yeah.
Exactly.
It did.
And a lot of the clientele that ate has passed, or
Right.
they're older, or there's-
Generation differences make a huge difference in a
But
place
the
like
younger
that.
ones we're getting, but they take out. They don't
Yep.
want to come in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going home and getting back on your computer.
So we are busy. It's just a different busy than what they're used to seeing.
Makes sense.
Our coffee pot, that was the big concern with people, is we used to have those big coffee pots. Well, we don't have that anymore because, first of all, we are wasting half to 3/4 of it every day. And second of all, we don't have the staff to clean it and to run the machine all the time. So we have a little coffee pot. They can still make coffee. They can make it their own as they want. There's not as much waste. They clean up after themselves. So it's, yeah, no, not at all. It's perfect. So they still have their coffee. It's just, right,
Different. And some people don't like change.
right.
Yep. Anything else on that?
You guys have been getting a lot of rentals too, haven't you?
Our rentals are so busy. We have so many rentals, which is great. It's great income.
Like family parties or graduations?
Everything.
Everything, even just organizations rent the facility to hold meetings, or we had a quilter group from the tri-state area come and quilt for 3 days, and agencies holding trainings and work meetings and, yeah, family reunions, anniversaries.
Where do you post that at for them to find you?
It's on the city website.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth,
Probably a
yep.
good one.
It's on our big sign, too, in the front of the building. It says Rent the Center.
Okay. Next meeting date?
August 11th. If it changes, I'll let you know.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Meeting adjourned.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Cole. Thanks, Al, for coming online. Appreciate it to get our quorum.
No problem. Have a good week, guys.
You too, thank you.